2, 1, and we're live. Oh, yes.
We're live. Yes, and I think my country is fucked. If it wasn't fucked already, it's more fucked than it was before. It was getting fucked in the fucking right hole from the get-go, but then they got a double penetration this year, so... I don't know about how things are going on in your neck of the woods. I know they're about to lock you guys down again, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That is, as of today, we are locked down for 27 days again. They say 27 days, but you know it's going to go well into Christmas and well past Christmas. I've said this.
I would think so.
I said this, and I told you this a number of times. Before that Chinese virus even got, before that flu thing even got out of China, I said...
Now be careful, be careful. People get offended if you call it the China virus.
Well, I'm not saying it's a fucking virus, but it was in China.
Well, it did come from China, right? So
yeah.
It's, yes, you know, I don't know why people get mad about that.
Maybe the virus has got Chinese DNA in it. You never know. It comes from China.
Maybe.
Don't fucking know, do you? It comes from China.
Who knows? Who knows, man? We're not scientists. We pretend to be.
They can find an animal. Test its DNA, and tell you what country it come from. So I'm sure they'll do the same with the virus. But,
indeed.
But you know what I mean? It's like, what I was saying was, when it was still in China, it hadn't even come out, and I'd heard about it, and I said, there's a virus in China. If it gets out, the world is going to be in a fucking bad way. And I said, we'll be spending Christmas in quarantine. And I haven't been wrong so far. I don't want to be right. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit I think of, and like, I think I'm right, but I don't necessarily want to be, because it ain't good for stuff. But I predicted this. Alright, and the other thing I predicted, which probably 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was talking to you about this. What we got here is failure to communicate. Civil war. Civil war in America. Now, when I originally, I thought this for years, but I've always said there's going to be civil war in America, for the simple fact is, your country is like the size of fucking Europe. You know what I mean? You can fit Great Britain into Portland like 2 or 3 times. Right? Like into Oregon. Sorry, not Portland, into Oregon. Yeah? About 3 times. You're Louisiana, I think you can get England in there, just England in there 3 times. It's like, your country
Texas is bigger than most countries.
Yeah. The United States of America is so many countries, all like, they are united, but it's going to come a point which is happening right now.
I don't think we are. We're not united.
Well, no. Yeah, but you know.
I don't think we've ever been truly united.
No.
Outside of the beginning of it, again, no offense, the Civil War, when we broke off from the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
That's the only time ever, and that's a small number of people.
Yeah.
And in comparison to what we're talking about now.
Yeah. And then as soon as you had your own freedom, the South and the North went, right, fuck, we want our own. We want to do our thing, you do your thing. So you just went to war there. And it's like I'm saying there, they're like, Texas and Los Angeles are like polar opposites, right? They would never comply to each other's laws. You know what I mean? Each other's regulations and stuff like that. So it's like, it's inevitable. I keep saying it, America, as an empire, is a fucking toddler. Yeah?
Agreed.
He's a fucking toddler. You're less than 300 years old, 250 years old? Something like that?
A little bit over 400, I would think.
I think it's closer to 2
unless
or
the
3.
Mandela effect is taking place.
Alright, well that'll have to be fact checked somewhere along
1776. So, what's that? What we got?
1776, was it?
Yeah, that's when we that was when we won our independence. So,
alright. We'll say, even still,
it's 2020 right now.
Yeah.
So 300 some years, yeah.
Alright, so say you're 300. 400 if we're being really generous, right? You're still
Mm-hmm.
only a toddler. You're a 4-year-old, you know what I mean? You're
Agreed. Yes, I
compared to
agree.
China, Russia, Great Britain, we are like fucking centuries old, our fucking empires. And we've already taken over the world and given it back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Britain went,
Yeah.
right, we rule the world now, right, you can all have it back. You know what I mean? We've given it all back. Like, we've still got...
Even before that, you go back to Rome,
Yeah,
Italy.
yeah,
They own the world, and before that, ancient Egypt. They own the world.
yeah. And what's happened in every one of these countries, you look at Great Britain, right? If you go back, way back, we was pagans right in the beginning. The British people were pagans. Then the Romans come in and they introduced the Christian and Catholic religions, And then, but over the time, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, all broke up and came back together and separated again, and in so many fucking different ways. You know what I mean? All the individual, states, if you will, if it was America, they all separated and then formed alliances and came back together and split up, and we've got our countries, we've got our borders now, and they're kind of set. That is going to happen in America.
It's already happened because every state has their own set of laws.
Yeah.
But it's always been that way. I don't know if you're familiar. Something can be legal in one state but totally illegal in the other. That goes across 50 states.
Yeah.
So,
but ultimately, you're governed by the same body.
Correct. And how is that supposed to work? You know what I mean? It's built for failure.
Yeah.
You can't do right, and you can't you can do a whole lot of wrong but no right. You can do right sometimes, but the majority, even when you do right, you're doing wrong by somebody else. You're telling somebody, okay, you're all right, you can do this as long as you do this, but you're not allowed to do anything. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how it works here from state to state. That's why we have representatives. We have the House of Representatives. So, you know what I mean? And shit like that. That's why we have two parties. And that's why, well, I'll talk more about it later, where we need a real strong third party to try and even all this shit out. And that's been talked about by many people for so many fucking years. And this is coming from me. I'll just break the news to you. I never was really big into politics up until the Obama administration, because the Obama administration did harm to me personally, financially, as well as a lot of other American citizens. That was a really big, the way I see it, a fucking gigantic money grab that ruined our economy and threw a whole lot of people that were, common, middle class, living humans, and put them into poverty for no fucking reason whatsoever. They didn't do anything. They were just living their normal life, doing their job, whatever it was. And because of this, Obamacare was one of the fucking main keys. And just the bad decisions that were made by the Democratic Party, which I'm against, because of that. And it's I can't trust people that would put their own citizens on the fucking streets for no good reason, where they said it was going to benefit the people and the country as a whole, where it did nothing but ruin our country and make us weak. And that was 2 terms. That was 8 years. With those that whole shit, America's a laughing stock. I remember that being a meme on the fucking internet, especially, talking to people I'm not saying you did it, but people like you from other countries, like yourself, oh, it sucks to be in America. Well, I'm an American. I'm doing okay. It's not great. You know what I mean? Shit's got fucked up. But the perception that was put on because of that, and due to the Democratic Party, man, fuck that, man. That's when I started paying attention to the stuff. And fuck, man. The lies. The fucking, the dirty, nasty fucking shit from that side. It goes back hundreds of years, not just now. The Democratic Party, the left, is fucking evil incarnate. Let me just tell you that right now. But I'll leave it at that for now. I'm just giving you a little bit of foreshadowing from what I'm going to say. Because I didn't even know I was right wing up until like 2015. Swear to Christ. Like, I didn't even know what any of this shit meant. Real talk. I had no fucking idea. But once I figured it out, I went down the rabbit hole. And god damn it, like the facts that I pulled out, they can't be refuted. They can't. They're just ignored willingly. But go ahead.
Oh, so, well, I'm similar to you in some ways. When I was at college doing business studies, my lecturer told me I was very right wing, and I didn't really understand what that meant. I wasn't into politics, didn't really care much for politics, but my lecturer said you got very right wing opinions, and one of my other lecturers said you'd make a good civil servant, like with your opinions or whatever. I was like, I didn't understand.
Is that your country's way of saying politician? A civil servant?
Yeah, okay. Well, they do all sorts of stuff.
Just to provide context to whoever listens to this.
They do other stuff as well, civil servants, but yeah, it falls into that category. But I mean, I guess growing up, I was always more right wing, I suppose. And like as I've got a bit old, like, I don't know. I think I've always had both sides to me. I've always seen women as strong, influential people. Anyway, I've never seen women as weak.
Look, women are not weak. I mean? Women are not weak.
No, and I've seen how emotionally strong they are, and so I've never had that about me. But I think that's one of the things the left fights for, is all women's rights and all this sort of thing. I'm like, alright, well, maybe that's part of me that was always been left, like on the left. But I think and like, I don't know, if you'd have spoke to me at the start of the Donald Trump thing, I was like everyone else, and I've still got the same opinion now. And I want to clear this up as well. I do not support Joe Biden, the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, Obama, or any of them. I don't trust them. I don't believe in them. Right?
As you shouldn't.
The same as any other fucking politician. Yeah? But I don't trust
Trump.
Trump.
Bunch of child molesting fucking weirdos, man.
No.
With power. That's all they are.
But on the same hand, I don't trust Trump. I don't think Biden or Trump are fit for presidency. I
also agree. I also agree.
Both too old.
Like, again, I just want to make this clear, and I hate to interrupt. I want to make this clear. I'm not a Trump supporter. I support right-wing values is what I support.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Is he the best figurehead for that? No. But what he did do under his regime was fix all the fuck-ups that Obama did. And I can't help but respect that. And when you have the person running against him was Obama's vice president. So he has the same values in mind that Obama did. So what he's trying to do is reinstitute the same fucking policies and fucking things that we're going to have to need to live our lives by that Obama did back in before 2016 now. And we don't want to go back to that. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Obama
Biden was his vice president. Yeah. Biden was Obama's vice president. They share the same mindset and values, okay?
Yeah.
And all the false promises, all the false bravado, that's what they're bringing right now. That's what seems to be what I'm getting prepared to fucking live through again. And again, like I said, man, the Obama administration did me and a lot of Americans no fucking favors whatsoever. And I'm not middle class. I'm low class standard. You know what I mean? You're talking about the money meter.
Yeah.
They tried to eradicate us and the middle class, which they succeeded in. There is no middle class here in the United States anymore. There isn't.
No.
It's either you're rich or you're shit.
Yep. Pretty much, mate. That's how they're trying to do it, though. It's what the rich want.
But I just needed to get that out there because of what you were saying. So.
Yeah.
to put
And
some
like,
context, so you know what's going down here.
like you were saying though, about Obama and Biden having the same things. Obama was out there with Biden while Biden was campaigning, pretty much doing his campaign speeches for him in a lot of places. So it's like, and the other thing about
He's
Biden
not capable. He's too
and-
old. He's almost fucking 80 years old. I don't
Yeah.
know his exact age. He's not capable.
he's
This
78,
is what
I think.
we will get into the conspiracy. This is another part, the conspiracy theory part, which I really don't think is a fucking conspiracy at all. I think it's really going to happen. But
Well, he's 78, and I don't think he's going to be president anyway. Kamala Harris is going to be doing everything.
there you go.
behind the
You just
scenes.
that's what we're talking. Yep,
So,
that's it.
Kamala
But
and
make sure you
Obama.
say her name right, though. People get offended. You have to say Kamala.
Kamala.
Not like Kamala the wrestler that we all know, you know what I mean?
Okay, get this though, right? His name is Kamala, and his real name is James Harris. So
I know, right?
He's not.
Imagine that.
Yeah, Kamala Harris. How about that? Eh?
God damn. If there's any proof that the Mandela effect is real, it's that right there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Right, mate.
But yeah, that's going to be your first, not only your first female president sworn in.
Yeah,
You
unofficially.
mark my words.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well, this is the other thing. I ain't even said this yet, right? When Biden gets in, give it a week, a month, couple of months, he'll have a heart attack or he'll die, and then
Physically incapable to perform the.
yeah,
Yep.
and then she'll have to take over as president.
That's
That's a theory I've got.
You and I are of a like mind. You and I are of a like mind. I don't think they're gonna off him, like assassinate him or anything like that. But he's gonna fall ill,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she's gonna be running. I think she's running the show already, anyways.
That's what I think. mate.
Personally, but-
The only reason they put him out there is because they needed a white male to get the white male votes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
Yep.
the only reason he's there. They needed a white male. But he's the wrong fucking person to put there.
And they assume that people are like you know, you and I, we're just, you know, normal fucking, you know, everyday guys, and we see this shit. You mean we're not the only two?
No.
There's millions and fucking billions of people that see this bullshit happening. You mean to tell me they're not gonna get pissed off? They're gonna want to do something about it, man.
Yeah.
Like, all things, you know, set aside, man, everybody talks shit about the media, you know, villainize Trump for fucking 4 years now. What do you think is going to happen? Regardless of the left runs the media. I don't know how it works in your country, but when you watch the news networks, their agenda is clearly left all the time. Liberal left, that's just the way it is.
There's a lot of that.
If you hold on to family values, and you know, I'm not, you know, religious, but if you are religious and Catholic or Christian, whatever, then watching the news is not for you.
No.
It's just the way it is. But we're talking about the potential for being a civil war here in the States.
Yeah.
Very high, in my opinion. It's already started.
Yeah. I think it's already started, mate. I think it's inevitable one way or the other, because I think another theory I've got is if Trump wins, then the left are just going to go fucking mental anyway.
Which they did the first time.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go even worse this time. They've said it. I watch stuff on YouTube and they interview these people, and they go out and they go like to the left wings and they go, right, so if Donald Trump done this, what would you think? And they'll be like, oh no, that's fucking wrong, no, you can't do that. And they go, what about if Joe Biden did it? And they went, well, you know, yeah, alright, I suppose so, yeah. And they start, and you're like, well, you're just fucking hypocrites. You know what I mean? But these left wings, the Antifas and the QAnons or whatever there is out there.
QAnon is right, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever's out there. But the Antifa, all the left wing stuff, that's going to go fucking mental. And that's going to cause one half of the Civil War. Yeah, as if Trump wins. If Biden wins, I got a feeling Trump has still got enough power to be able to go on Twitter, and he can have something like the Trump News Network, yeah, and he can
Which he
just
already does, yeah. Yeah, very true.
right, and he can carry on being an unofficial president, followed by all the Trump supporters, yeah.
Well, he already said 2 nights ago that he's going to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Because of the voting process. Like, again, and I see it. Like, you're not American, so I don't know how much attention you paid to his first term and how he got elected. The election was done. Like, they call it election day, not election week. All right?
Yeah,
That's your first fucking sign right there. All the votes are supposed to be in. You got the mail-in votes early, okay? Start counting these motherfuckers, because election day is November fucking 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But guess what? What day is it today? What's the date? It's November 5th, right?
Yeah.
November 5th. We still don't have a president. What the fuck is going on?
And they're saying you might not know till Friday or Saturday.
Right. Why? What the fuck?
Still counting these votes, mate.
Yeah, where the fuck did they come from? What votes are you counting? This is where Donald Trump is coming from. Where people say, oh, what he said is crazy. No, he's not. He's telling the fucking truth.
See, I don't know about that, and
that's the way I feel. No, the vote. That's when he's not the best speaker.
No.
So he says stuff, and it could be he could take anything he says. It sounds stupid, but when you really take it into context, you be like, oh, all right, I know what he means. When he doesn't want the votes to stop to stay in power, right? He wants the votes to stop because he knows the votes are not legitimate. That's what he's trying to say. And he kind of says, like, why am I supposed to wait for a bunch of hundreds of thousands of votes to come at 4 o'clock in the morning? You know what I mean?
It's a little
in the state of Georgia, where he was dominating, right, until they come up with this. I don't know if you knew about this. In Georgia, he was dominating Georgia. That's one of the states here. Do you know how our electoral system works?
Yeah.
Like a certain state gets you a certain amount of electoral votes.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones. I think he gets 16.
Yeah.
So something quote unquote happened at one of the voting stations. There was one of the pipes broke, and then they couldn't. The voting stopped, and then they had to go fix it. You know what I'm saying?
All of a sudden, ballots got wet or something, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they didn't specify. They just said something happened, and they needed to shut it down, and then reinstitute the voting afterwards.
Yeah.
It's just come on, man. People can see through bullshit. You know what I mean? And this is coming from me. I wish it was a better option than these two.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't understand why they're so fucking old. I understand you can't put a 20-year-old in as a fucking president, but where are the people between the age of 45 and 60 at the fucking latest?
The JFKs and guys like that, man, that actually changed the fucking world, man.
It's like I said before, what the fuck? And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting Britain up there, or England, sorry, because we've got to talk about it as England rather than Britain, because Scotland and all that do their own thing. But our fucking Prime Minister's a fucking dipshit. He's a complete fucking dickhead. Our country is not any better for politicians, so don't think I'm trying to put England above America on a pedestal.
No, I don't. No, I've talked to you enough times where I know that this shit goes across the board.
But what is wrong with your education system and our education system? If Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Boris fucking Johnson are the best options we've got for fucking political candidates and leaders, what the fuck is wrong with that education system? Right, and it's even worse in America, right? Because in America,
that's a good question.
The life is go to school, go to college, and then become the president of the United States. That's the American dream, right?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Supposed to be. Right, so where are all these cunts that went to university and college? Because they ain't fucking running for president, are they?
That's a good question.
Where are they?
It doesn't pay enough.
No, it doesn't, and nobody wants to fucking do it, do they? I wouldn't want to do it. Fuck that.
A lot of people don't know that the president of the United States, imagine that, that'd be something else.
Yeah.
The United States of America.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Then we'd really be in trouble.
Yeah.
But
fucking hell.
the president only makes $1 million a year. 1 million.
Yeah.
That's his income. I mean, not that Trump needs it. He's already a fucking, a billionaire at this point?
Yeah.
Like, that means nothing. It's just the status and the power that comes with it. But they only get paid $1 million a year. I don't know how it works anywhere else. But it's not like you want to be the president because you're going to get paid. Chances are, if you're in a position to run and actually have a chance at becoming the president, you're making more than $1 million a year.
Yeah. And over here, it's fucking terrible over here. Our politicians, basically our taxes, we pay our taxes or whatever. All the people that work over here pay their taxes. And you would probably be shocked by the amount of money that goes into funding politicians. They buy a second home, right? So they've got their home wherever they live, but then they buy a second home in London so they're closer to work, right? It's the taxpayers' money that pays for that second home, yeah, not their money, right? We pay all their food, everything they eat, all their expenses comes out of taxpayers' money, yeah.
They might as well be royalty, right?
Mate, they rip off our taxpayers fucking big time. Fucking big time. We need
Let me ask you a question. What about, because that kind of sounds like the churches here in the state, they live tax-free.
Yeah.
Like, they get all their money due to, donations and what have you. So it's like, but you have these evangelical priests that have their TV shows,
Yeah.
They put their hands on and then 10,000 people fall on their ass.
Yeah.
Because they felt the power of fucking Christ come upon them.
It's called Neural Linguistic Programming, NLP. Look it up. It's a psychological technique. It uses cold reading and NLP to get people into a state of euphoria. Yeah? It's not real. It's not real.
Yes. I agree, and I agree. Hypnotists use it, and it's just fucking nonsense. But I'm talking about the money flow.
Yeah.
Like, these people get money tax free. They do not have to pay my government any money. Why?
No.
You would think a corrupt government, an evil fucking government, like, hey man. But I guess that's why that thing about separation. I guess that's what separation between church and state is. Like, these scumbags here can take all your money as long as you allow us, the other side, the federal government, to take all their fucking money as well. So we're going to split everybody's fucking money down the two between the church and the fucking state.
Well,
that's the way I see it. And it's not going to end well.
It's not.
Never has, never will.
America was founded on religious belief, your whole thing, God bless America. You know what I mean? It's like religion is deeply embedded within the the American culture, and I think it's changing. I don't know what the percentage is in America, but I think there's something like 60 to 70% of people in Britain are now like atheist, agnostic types. You know what I mean? So religion is dying off in the UK. Slowly. I don't know how that is in America, but I know, obviously places like Florida and places in the South are still deeply fucking religious, seriously religious.
But when you talk about religion in the States, as far as Catholicism and Christianity, is kind of I mean, shit, it's hard to tell because there's still a lot of millions of people still like into that, and they will willingly give money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's on the rise is, you know, like alternative religion. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like Buddhism and Hinduism, stuff like that. Like but they can. I don't get it because those are religions, but they call those are more spiritualistic rather than religion. Like religion is only like if you believe in God, but if you believe in these other things like Buddha, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Then that's alternative. Like it's the same fucking thing, man.
Kind of.
It's just a different fucking name.
Yeah.
They call it that because I don't think they're taxed like even, or if you're a Muslim, you know what I mean? You believe in Allah.
Yeah.
I mean, and they run their own private sector. They own with their mosques and stuff. You cannot touch. I'm paying taxes. Why can't you? Because Allah watches over me. So if I convert tomorrow, can I do that? Nope. But that one person will not be taxed.
No.
It's all bullshit. It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a fucking scam. And what does it create? Burke, what does it create? Dissension amongst the people. Arguments amongst the people, which leads to civil wars.
Exactly that. And man, fucking church, you know how much dodgy shit goes on behind the doors of the church.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and you gotta think that's all tied in with them politicians. All them, you 100%. Know what I mean? It's
100%.
And
the child molestation, you know what I mean? All that stuff. Where do you hear that most about when you watch the news? When the news is actually trying to report some type of truth?
Yeah.
The Catholic Church is under attack because of, allegations of this. This politician, Bill Clinton, took a trip to Jeffrey Epstein's fucking island and was fucking young girls and fucking, you know what I mean? And
that's
one of the princes of your fucking country was caught fucking red-handed doing this shit.
Yeah, Prince Andrew.
So it's international. Like, this shit happens everywhere, man.
And that's kind of
they're all in bed together.
Yeah,
they're all in bed together.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah. It all
Go
connects.
ahead. Well, tell it. Your English accent makes it sound even more authentic. So
mate,
reiterate what I just said and make it sound better because you can.
That is pretty much all I was gonna say, mate. But it is. They're all connected. You got, you got your church politicians, your royal family, and all that, and all this paedophilia. You got to look. You brought up Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew. Donald Trump was on Epstein's Island as well. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So it's like
that's right. So for those of you who hear this who think I'm a Trump dick sucker, no, I am not, man. I hold him accountable as well.
You know, I mean, it's all connected. It's all connected. And I think we have no idea. I mean, I'm not so far into the conspiracy theory that I think there's an evil cult. That have you heard the one? It's like all the royal families and all this, all the church and everything.
New World Order.
They have babies. Like but they've got babies. Like
the QAnon stuff.
Yeah, they farm the babies and then drink the blood, like to keep themselves looking youthful. I was like, look at fucking Hillary Clinton. Does she look youthful? I don't reckon that's true somehow. But you know what I mean?
They've deprived her because she's not useful anymore.
Yeah.
She's not useful anymore. She looks too much like Adolf Hitler. It's a fucking liability.
I reckon Bill Clinton.
She really does.
He's taken away as well, isn't he? He looks
I will say this.
awful.
I will say this though, that you talking about that, and there is a fucking a drug that it's we all release it in our bodies, but it's more prevalent in children. And it does have like we use stem cells research and stuff, like the heal ligaments and stuff like that, like stem cell treatments and what have you. There is a whole lot of proof out there that something. I really hope they're not fucking just eating fucking children in front of each other, but at this point I don't fucking know what the hell's going on at this, because the whole world has just gone fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, like, beyond.
But I do believe that they're privy, because they have all the money and all the power, that they know about things that could benefit them and keep them alive longer,
Yeah.
that they practice it. And there's quotes out there, and there's a whole lot of proof out there. There's some weird shit going on, and there's other celebrities that have come out and said things about these politicians and people in power in whatever way, shape, or form, whether they be in the religious cult, in Hollywood, or fucking what have you. You know what I mean? High-powered lawyers, all these fucking people.
Yeah.
There's been some, like, you don't hear about, like, people going, like, normal people like you and I be like, oh yeah, I drank the blood of a fucking chicken, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm fucking 18 years old again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't hear that.
No, of course not.
That's a fucking bad analogy, I know, but
Yes.
like, there's proof out there, and you see things, and you see some of these people. Like 3 months ago, you looked like you were fucking 35. Now you really do look like you're 50, plus 15 more years. You look like you're 65 fucking years old. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is, they know something that we don't. Why is George Soros still alive? Like, these politicians don't. Why is Donald Trump? He just had coronavirus.
Yeah. And he was over it in 4 days because they pumped him full of everything.
Where it's supposed to be lethal. Like, it's basically a death sentence to have coronavirus. If you're in his age range with his health, and obviously he's not in shape. Look at him. He's unhealthy.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at him.
Yeah.
4 days, he's good. Boom.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
That's it. Either, I reckon there's 2 ways. Either he didn't have coronavirus in the first place, and it was just one big publicity stunt. Right?
Very well could be. Yep. Very well could be the case.
Or he didn't have it that bad to begin with, and they've given him all the best fucking drugs, so it kind of stops it from getting him or whatever.
So here's the thing, though. How do you know when you have it bad? Like, what's the difference with, like, if you have it, you have it.
Yeah.
Like, when you see it portrayed on television, it's like, if you have it, oh, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Coronavirus, you gotta wear the mask for a reason. Because if you get it, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
But apparently, if you're 70 years old, out of shape, look like shit, have a lot of money, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Again, it comes down to people with money, doesn't it? It comes down to fucking people with money, and then...
Or you have your super mutants like me, who
yeah,
have never obeyed any of the fucking laws that they put forth. I don't wear a mask unless I'm forced to. I shake hands with every fucking person that I meet that wants to meet me that I haven't met before. I do all these things, Bert.
yeah,
I go outside without a mask. I drive to the store. I say hello to people. I live my life like I was pre-pandemic. And guess what? I've not gotten sick, and I've not made not a single person sick. So we'll leave that for a discussion for another day. So fuck you guys, fucking assholes.
yeah.
That's the way I feel about it. Like, stop this fucking bull. This is part of the political process as well. Like, false. They like to put fear into people.
Yeah.
It's like, and now, so with this mail-in process or voting online, you and I both know any interaction online, vote, especially for something like this, there's a lot of people that can fuck with that. They have every capability of changing a vote or changing a name or a fucking anything.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm talking about, Trump getting screwed. I'm not trying to support him. I'm trying to support the right on this. All right?
Yeah.
But he has a fucking point, and people are villainizing him again for something that he's kind of right about. Like, there's a large opportunity for people to fuck with votes. The same thing that they accused him of doing, well, not him directly, they said Russia played with our votes, which was proven to be wrong. So now they're reversing it and doing it to him. That's my theory.
That's possible, isn't it, mate? You know what I mean? Anything's fucking possible, and I wouldn't put anything past the politicians, especially. Like, they are willing. At the end of the day, you got, like, me and you play Monopoly, yeah? And I'm one of the nicest people you've met, yeah? I try to be. I'm generally a good, nice person, try to be.
You're an honest person, and if you're an honest person, in my book, that makes you a great person. Because there's not many of those alive.
But when we play Monopoly, I'm a ruthless cunt. Do you know what I mean?
I do. No, I see it.
And if I can do that on Monopoly, imagine what people in a position of political power can be like. Because that's all they're doing right now. America is one big Monopoly board right now.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's a fact. Yes.
And it's whoever's going to have the most fucking squares at the end of the election is going to fucking win the game of Monopoly. And right now, they are being vicious, cutthroat, motherfucking cunts. You know what I mean?
And just like the electoral system, one property means more than the others.
Yeah.
Like they're all different.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good comparison, man. I love that.
And that's exactly what is going on in America right now. And I don't know what the citizens are going to do. I would hope there'd be enough sensible people in America not to go into civil war and say, look, the civil war is not whatever. If we go into a civil war, it's not going to be good. It's not going to help America. But my fear is there's not enough sensible people.
Well, what's happened, pre-election,
that's why.
Proof positive of that. Like the BLM movement, the Antifa, like even on the right side, the Proud Boys and stuff like you see it. It's there. You know what I mean? And it happens every single election. I call it an election season.
Yeah.
It's the same thing all the time. People, like, this is nothing new. This shit has always existed.
Yeah,
It's never went away. It just becomes more prevalent when people, like, normal people, they feel they don't have power because they don't.
No.
But this is the one time where they feel that they do have power, but at the same time, in my opinion, okay?
Yeah.
You still do not have power. I'm one of those people that I truly believe your vote doesn't count. Whoever they want to win is going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like betting on professional wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I see it. Like, they already know. You already know who's going to win. Right?
Yeah.
But you can hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hope, and that's why you put your vote in, because you can hope.
Yeah.
And if your guy wins, you feel like you made a difference, but you really didn't. That's the way I see it.
It's kind of like I say, I think that every campaign, presidential campaign, is funded by banks and businesses. And they're all the same banks and businesses. They're all connected. So whoever gets voted in is just a front for, like, whatever these banks and businesses want.
They have their best interest at heart.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll do good by you. You hook me up.
Yeah.
Give me this position of power. Make me a figurehead, basically, and then I'll hook you up and fucking boom, boom, boom. And then, do the favor back to the others and the fucking thing. It's like a big club.
That's it. So it doesn't matter who gets voted in, because they're going to do the same exact thing. They're just going to dress it up differently. That's all it is. They're just going to dress it up and make it. But they're all doing the same shit. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about your healthcare system earlier, about Obamacare, right? Boris Johnson wants to privatise the NHS, like the British health service, so that it is like the American health service. So we've got to start paying for everything. Now, he can go fuck himself.
Reason being what?
He's been talking a lot to Donald Trump about it. I know that.
Is that what it is?
I'm not saying, but Donald Trump and him have been in talks about it. And that is one fear that the UK has. If Donald Trump wins the presidency, that Boris Johnson will then push to privatise the NHS because of the connections with Trump and like trade deals and what have you involving like medical equipment and drugs and whatever. So there's a kind of fear there, but it's like, for me, that privatisation of the healthcare system is taking away human rights. I think it's disgusting. America.
I agree.
How they treat you fucking people. You know, I think it's fuck. I don't see in a land that is supposed to be about freedom and liberty and opportunity and all this, how the fuck they can charge you for your own well-being, for your own
I've told
life.
you stories back in the day, man. I've told you, like when I've had to take a hospital ride,
Yeah,
through an ambulance, just to get into the ambulance is $1,000.
exactly. And there's gonna
They
be
don't tell
time-
you that while they're transporting you, but you get the bill later.
Yeah, and then what? It comes out your insurance. Your premiums
That's
go
if
up.
your insurance covers it. Sometimes
Yeah.
your insurance won't even cover it.
That's it.
the thing.
And if it does, then your premiums go up, so you're paying more. And then every year, medicine goes up in price. Surgical procedures go up in price. Medical equipment goes up in price. So then one hospital starts charging 3 times the amount the first hospital did, and then that first hospital changes to 3 times because the other hospital set the precedent for it. So now there is, you know, your
A market.
healthcare, your healthcare system is suffering from inflation. It's just going up and up.
It's about money. We call it
Yeah.
big pharma.
Yeah,
It's just another form of business now. It's not about keeping your people healthy. It's like all these things like, we're trying to keep you healthy and safe and do all these things. No, you're not. You're just trying to make more money.
yeah,
That's
Well-
all there is to it. Like, this is another form of fucking trying to boost the economy is what it is. That's all it is.
yeah. And I don't know. That's one of my fears about. So you've got. I'm not saying I want Biden to fucking win. I honestly, right now, I don't fucking know because I'm not sure Biden
I'll tell you.
is good for the UK in terms of trade deals. I think Trump may make better trade deals with the UK. But, you know, I'm worried about that thing with the NHS.
Well, I'm going
From
to
a-
attempt to see what the current status is as far as the presidency of the United States is concerned right now.
Last I heard, I think Joe Biden was on something like
264.
264.
264 to 214. 3 key states. If he wins Nevada, it's over. Nevada
Yeah.
is exactly 6 votes. Ironically, that would put
Yeah.
him at exactly 270. There's no bullshit there, though,
No.
right?
No. Well, I think he could
But
win
if Trump
Nevada,
wins-
Georgia, and Arizona.
If Trump wins Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, he will have succeeded 270 votes. I'm not sure how that works, so I'm not going to speak on it. But as of right now, 99% of the voters have been accounted for, I'm guessing, here.
Yeah.
And it looks like Trump may win Georgia. He's got a 49.6% to Biden's 49.2. This is as of 10:35 a.m. East Coast time here in the United States. So things can change.
And that
All
is 15:30 p.m. UK time.
That'll get Trump 16 votes. North Carolina, he's in ahead. This is a really good thing for him. He's 50.1% to Biden's 48.7. He's up about 100,000 votes,
Right.
with 94% of the votes spoken for. But again, that number keeps changing. So this is where I'm talking about bullshit.
Yeah.
And Pennsylvania, Trump has it got really close in Pennsylvania last night, but now he's at 50.5% to Biden's 48.4. He's up by nearly 200,000 votes. I think it's more like 160,000 votes, which is, that's pretty good. So, and Nevada is still not declared a victory for Biden. Biden's only up by 8,000 votes, less than 8,000. So he could lose Nevada easily.
Yeah.
Again, like, it's still like, when we talk about numbers like this, it's like, why are they milking this? Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like you say though, Biden's only got to win one state. Trump's got to win 3. Do you know what I mean? So.
But the question I have is, if he wins those 3, he'll have more votes over the top of Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Then it has to go to the Supreme Court or something, doesn't it? Or Congress.
Something like the Senate.
The Senate,
Senate.
It has to go for a process. Like a long fucking process. It's going to take till like January or...
It's fucking crazy.
Some shit.
It's fucking crazy.
Whatever happens, mate. Well, if Biden wins, Trump's going to contest it. So nothing's going to be...
He's already made that abundantly clear.
Yeah. Nothing's going to be decided until next year anyway. So, but
again, keeping the American people in disarray, wondering what the fuck's going to happen, creating all types of confusion. The more I fucking see things, the more things I see happen, the more I think that David Icke is not insane anymore.
he ain't been wrong about a lot of things, has he?
No, this guy gets a lot of things right, and Alex Jones as well, man. You got to play the percentages, man. That's what they do in politics. I'm starting to play them as well, man. And Alex Jones and fucking David Icke are a lot. They got more right than they got wrong. Yeah. But, when it comes to the lizard people and shit like that, that's where I draw the line. But when it comes to shit like this, man, they've been on the money, man.
That's all the things I come out with, and people are like, I don't know, I'm right most of the time. I don't want to be, but I am, and that's that's what worries me about this fucking civil war. I'm not
people
right.
Automatically think that being right makes you feel good. It doesn't.
No, it don't. I look at facts, mate. I look at facts. I look at history. I look at what I can see going on, and I don't listen to the context that the news puts it in. I just look at it for what it is, But, mate, we've nearly gone an hour, so you want to wrap up?
I do, because I have to take a piss.
Alright. So, yeah, alright, well, I'll tell you what, I've got my bottle of old number 5 Jack Daniels out. It's a 3% stronger than the old number 7, which I normally drink. And I'm going to have a drink for America. Alright, America.
Please, we need it. We need all the help we can get.
Thank you for Christina Applegate. Thank you. Thank you for all your movies, your music, your McDonald's, and everything else I've enjoyed and loved that's come from America. Your professional wrestling. Yeah? I love everything. America could be, is in some ways a great fucking country, and I hope the best. I hope the best. I wish the best for America. I don't know what the outcome of this fucking election's gonna be. I don't think Trump or Biden are the right choice either way, but I hope whatever happens is good for America and you can fucking sort things out. And I am gonna do a shot for America right now. Jack Daniels.
While you do that shot, I'm gonna piss, so make it a long one.
Alright, so old number 5 straight out the bottle. This is for you. But bless America. Yeah. Well, that was more like 3 shots. I just fucking poured the bottle. Just filled my throat and mouth up. Didn't have much room to gargle. Yes. Well, there you go. Jack Daniels, old number 5. But bless America. This has been the Rattle the Cage podcast. I am Bert, and I think Will is back, and
I'm back.
Sign us out.
Yep. Again, I take all the blessings that anyone can give to my country at this point in time, because we are in a time of need. We have been for quite some time. The empire is falling, but it's good to know that I could talk to people like Bert that live overseas and understand and converse with me about what's going on with a, even-keeled mind, and be understanding and understand that what they see on TV is not necessarily what you're going to see from your normal everyday American. That number 5, I don't know, I will never do any whiskey again. Not the way I'll take a shot of it, but I'm never going to do a Hennig swig again, because I think it fucked my voice up for life.
Yeah.
Other than that, yes, this has been Rattle the Cage. I hope you enjoy, and I hope it's thought-provoking for you. Have a good one, and stay safe, because shit's about to get real here in the States.